Good evening and welcome to a 3A Division II matchup between the Wall Hawks and the Grape Creek Eagles. I'm Jaden Hart alongside Larry Holscher for tonight's game. First district game of the season, and if anyone's been around the Wall Hawks, it's been Coach Holscher. What have you seen out of this team so far this season?
Well, you know, I've seen some highs, I've seen some lows with them. I've seen them at times this season trying to find a little bit of an identity with who they are. They've tried to spread the ball out a little more this year compared to years past, but still hold on to who they are with the flex. So I'll be curious tonight to see, you know, they had a close game against Jim Ned and came away out of OT with a loss there. And then last week they went to Mason and really kind of dominated that game in a lot of fashion. I mean, they had more offense. Their defense did a great job. Mason's defense did as well and kind of set up some situations for Mason to win that game 14-7. But the mood around Wall is different right now. They're not happy after that game, nor should they be. They were picked to win it. They go up there, and the kids played a hard game. They played a very physical game. But I'll be interested tonight as we start district to see if Wall gets a little bit back to who they are.
Well, as I said, this is the District 2 3A Division II opener. Wall, the defending district champs, they ran through this district last season, making a far run in the postseason as well. Both teams, as Coach mentioned, Wall lost last week. Grape Creek did as well. They lost to Junction actually 2 weeks ago. They were on a bye. Wall lost to Mason 14-7, but Mason also a good football team, undefeated so far this season. As far as this game goes, last season, or traditionally, Wall beat Grape Creek 68-0 in their first matchup since 2017. And the two started playing in 1998. Wall has an all-time record of 17-1 against Grape Creek. The Eagles' only win being in 2008. So I think Wall would come in tonight as pretty heavy favorites. Grape Creek, they're looking to snap a 15-game losing streak, and this has been after 2 seasons ago when Grape Creek had made the postseason and kind of looked like they had been turning things around under Coach Teal. It's been a bit of a rough stretch for them, so we'll see if they're able to come out and put up a fight tonight against a Hawks team like you said is looking to prove something.
Right. With the Hawks, you would tend to say that they're probably the odds-on district favorite again. I mean, and they should be. If you want to be the man, beat the man. So coming back off of a district championship last year, that's what they want again. And they've played really good competition. Like that Jim Ned team, that was with a starting quarterback, their starting line. That was with the complete team. Wall actually knocked out Jim Ned's quarterback that game, and then I think their backup came out the next week. So the Jim Ned team that you're seeing in your app now is not the same Jim Ned team that Wall played. And Mason is as physical a team as I've seen in a while. This team that's coming out on the field right now from Wall is a very, very physical team. They will match you blow for blow. And I think all the talk this week, at least what I've heard about Wall, is probably unsubstantial to me. This is a very good football team that let some opportunities slip away in Mason. They held Mason to 84 total yards on offense. That's impressive. And they were in the red zone 4 times and came away, I think, with 1 touchdown. So they can move the ball and very effectively. That's why I'm curious tonight as we start district and everything starts mattering. Now everybody's 0-0 on the season, because now is what matters in district. To see if we see them tonight go back to who they are, a little more on the flex, a little more with the flex bone on the ground, and boots and sprint outs, your traditional flex bone stuff.
Yeah, I would think that Coach Houston Guy was not happy last week after I read 4 turnovers total. And
yes.
As you just said, going to the red zone and coming away with only 1 score, that's not winning football. And, I mean, most coaches, especially one with expectations like this team has, is going to expect their teams to play up to that level. So this is a really good opportunity for Wall to come back, get their feet on the ground, and get ready for what could be another district. We're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll take it down the field.
You know, you alluded to it, and that's been the biggest problem with Wall all season long is the turnovers. And I know that's what the one thing that they want to clean up is the turnovers. Last week there was 2 fumbles by Dillard and 2 picks of Dillard. So I know that's something he wants to clean up, and I can promise you that is the Achilles heel for this team this year has been the turnovers. The first 3 games, it seemed like we were averaging 3 a game. Now, I don't have that stat in front of me, but it sure feels about right. And, you know, you said it last week, we had 4.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's pretty – goes without being said. Anytime you're turning the ball over, getting penalized, those are the coach's worst nightmares, are whenever you're beating yourself. And so this is a football team that's capable of a very far run in the postseason, and you want to iron out these kinks, especially with no disrespect to Wall's district opponents. Not necessarily as big of a challenge as they had faced in recent years, and clearly they showed that last season. A lot of these guys are returning from last season's team. So
right, the bulk of them are returning,
yeah.
and you're right. They have every intention of getting back to that round and hopefully to the next. That's their goal. They've said that. They've put it out there in the atmosphere, into the world, and now they just got to get to it.
We are about 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from kickoff. We're watching the Pixelcast Media pregame show, and while we're waiting for this one to get underway, we'd like to talk to you about the local guys. Fans, if you've been seeing this hat around town that you see on screen, it's from the local guys. They're selling them at College Hills Bodega to help them with College Hills businesses with the road construction over there. So go by and pick one up and support our local businesses in that area.
Just out of curiosity, so if you saw somebody wearing that in your rearview mirror, would it be flipped?
Yeah, I guess you could read it flipped, yeah. I didn't think about that until you just said it.
I mean, I like the hat. It's a little bit like me, flip backwards and upside down, man.
I never thought about it until you said it, but always giving me new perspectives.
There you go.
So Wall will kick this off, and we'll get the ball in the second half. We'll see what Grape Creek can do on their first possession, or, who knows? Houston might come out and pull a quick one on them. Who knows?
Well, Wall got everything that they wanted as far as, or at least the way I like it. I like to defer, and I like to have the wind at my back when I kick. And so as far as I'm concerned, man, that was a win-win. They get to kick off to Grape Creek, and they have the wind to their back. It's about a 15-mile-an-hour wind, so it's nothing just major, but it is at their back. So our Shirts landscape kickoff. We have a new kicker tonight. It is Luke Kemp, because Ryan Allen was hurt in the Mason game, possibly for the year. We hope not. That's a block in the back. That's not called on Grape Creek, but it was pretty obvious right when he got there.
Yeah, that's Jaden.
Maybe they did. There, I see some laundry on the field on the other side. It's either that or a cheeseburger wrapper.
Well, one of the two. We'll see. Yeah,
you can kind of see it right there on 18.
Maybe they aren't moving them back, but I do think that is a wrapper. You called it right. Jaden Villarreal on the return. He bobbled it.
We've got a little bit of discussion going on, so I really think they might have actually caught this.
Oh, it was? Yeah, look at that.
Blocking the back. Look at that, baby.
Yeah, that is a flag.
Yeah, it was either a flag or a cheeseburger wrapper.
Hey, from my vantage point, it kind of looked like a bag, but that will move them back to the 6-yard line where they will take over for the first time tonight.
So Grape Creek finds themselves at the 6-yard line, their own 6-yard line. And Wall will come out in their 3-3 stack, which is a different defense from last year. They were more of a 4-2-5 last year.
It's a direct snap to Buddha Shaky, and really only have about a gain of 2, maybe a yard on that one.
Buddha Shakade.
Shakade.
That's a pretty cool name.
I butcher names like it's no one's business. I'm a pro.
I like that one. That just
Shakade.
Says quarterback to me. Buddha Shakade.
Grape Creek's offense it's been interesting to watch.
In the
past couple of years in general.
Yes, sir, for sure. I mean, it's a hybrid offense. I mean, that's really a trips formation, but they're all tight.
So Jaden Vieira will take the direct snap. Looked like Rylan White was in there on the tackle. Group of Hawks.
So he's going to lose the yard that he just gained.
Replay's acting up a little bit, but regardless, we've got a 3rd down for Grape Creek.
Now they're going to come out, looks like in a trip set here, with a sniffer.
Another direct snap to that up back.
To that little sniffer back, yep.
That's Shakade again.
Shakade again.
We'll mess that one up again tonight, and that'll give Grape Creek a pretty obvious decision. I think they'll punt it away here on 4th and.
I'll give Shakade this. He runs pretty hard. He gets it. He comes up. That's Will Shear that kind of gets a little far up the field, and Shakade dips it right up underneath him for about a 5-yard gain. Gives the punter at least a little breathing room. He's not on the back line.
Wall still brings the pressure way, and
it's going to be a short kick.
It's down at the 43-yard line where Wall takes over for the first time tonight. So you mentioned it offensively. Aside from the turnovers on this first drive, I guess, what are you trying to see out of this offense?
Well, the one thing I want to see their receivers, with Ryan Allen out, Kellen Oliver comes in and kind of takes over for him. Now, he's been playing a lot of offense anyway, so it's one of those, I want to see those guys get out and block on the peripheral, because that's been a little bit of a struggle for Wall 2 is maintaining blocks. It's not the physicality of creating a block, it's maintaining blocks. So that's one of the things I want to see out of not only just the receivers but also those slot backs. And you see right there, Briggs-Jones had a really good fold block right there on a linebacker. So that's kind of what I'm looking is how well do they maintain the blocks?
2nd down and 8. Dillard will throw it out to Matthew Steen, and he's met by a group of Eagle tacklers. So we've got a 3rd down and 7 here.
We'll watch Kellen out here. He gets a good initial block and then lets off of the block. So that's kind of the stuff I'm wanting to see. Can we maintain a block? You can't just go up and hit them and push them and expect that block is there. Not in this offense, because this is a slower developing offense at times, especially their peripheral runs.
Pepper's handoff. It's not going to go for anything, and that's going to bring up 4th down, actually losing 2 yards on that one.
And that's a really good job by Colton Rumsey for Grape Creek, kind of hitting that gap and holding on. He held on to his legs. That's still a tackle.
Yeah, can't do anything there. So Wall will go for it, 4th and 8. Dillard rolling out. And he's got his man.
That's going to be caught for a 1st down by
Keelan Oliver.
Oliver, exactly. And he's got a really good set of hands. The last couple of games, he's kind of been probably the most targeted receiver on the team. So in that respect, he should fit in for Allen pretty well.
The Oasis crop 1st down for the Hawks. And Dillard's going to keep it.
He's going to get down to about the 20-yard line, right past the line, but we'll call it the 20-yard line to bring up another
it's Oasis crop.
Oasis Crop Insurance 1st down. He's going to keep this, and again, and all that to me is just a different way to run the lead. He fakes the dive to occupy the mic and the defensive tackle, and then the backside slot, number 23, will lead up in the hole for him. He'll just get right behind him, and now that guy's just looking for the next nasty color. And that's good for 6 yards. Just a simple lead, but a different way to run it out of this flex.
It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Hawks. This time Dillard will keep it again and is met for no gain on this one. So 3rd and 4 coming up.
He'll have to come out of the game, and it looks like maybe Bills will come in at quarterback. Yeah, that was probably should have been a give read.
Yeah,
nope, that's going to be Pepper come in at quarterback, and immediately he's going to keep it himself.
Yeah, that's a touchdown. Wall. Pepper making it look easy on that.
You know what? Over the last 3 games, they've used Pepper in a lot of ways. As fullback, as a slot back, split him out in doubles to run a slip screen with him. So I like watching them use Pepper. He's a tremendous athlete. Obviously, he's a load to bring down. I mean, he stumbles and rumbles off of a dive option keep, and he kept it for a score right there.
Pack Saddle extra point is up. Looked like it was blocked. It is no good.
So Luke Kemp's first attempt this year on his Pack Saddle barbecue PAT was wide left.
I thought for a second there it might have gotten deflected, but yeah, I think it might have just been a low kick.
Once again he's filling in for Ron Allen. He was also the PAT kicker, field goal kicker, kickoff guy. So he's got plenty of leg. He'll wrangle that thing in and start making it where everybody can dip those ribs in some sauce for that pack saddle PAT.
So 6-0 Wall. Got 6 minutes and 11 seconds here in the first quarter. We've got another Shirts Landscape kickoff coming your way.
I mean, that's a heck of a kick. That thing's going to land right at the goal line.
I would, yeah. We're all doing the smart thing there. It looked like for a second he was he was contemplating what to do, but taking the knee and fight to see another day on that one.
Yes, sir. Field position. A lot of people don't talk about field position, but field position, I think, at the high school level is critical. Well, really every level, but definitely at the high school level is really critical. I mean, they're starting at the 25, not the shadow of their end zone this series.
Well, especially with the way that both of these teams play, where you're running right at the opposing defense most of the time. Both teams like to keep it on the ground. So 1st and 10, direct snap. That's to Siri Garcia. He'll have about 4.
Yeah, you'll just notice once again it's just another way to do what we were talking about earlier. He's going to follow both of those lead backs right into that gap right there for 4 yards. Just a way to run a lead.
It's like I said, I've always found Grape Creek's offense interesting. Coach Teal, he kind of makes with what he has. He always has a different group, and in years he's changing it up.
And I'm sure people don't. I know a lot of people get on to running teams. Well, pass the ball. It's more exciting. But what do you do with when you're running the ball is you're using the clock. The clock's constantly moving. So, it's got its advantages of keep pounding the rock, man.
Mason Rutledge in to stop Grape Creek.
And the
running back on that one.
And the whole goal is to have some pass plays geared off of that running.
So 3rd down and 6 for the Eagles. And Will Shear is going to set Grape Creek way back.
That right there is a great job by Will Shear. All it was motion with an OZ or outside zone using that sniffer and the quarterback. Kind of remind me a little bit of a 6-man play, where the quarterback cannot run with the ball, so he's got to hand it off, and then he goes and blocks.
Well, and with the way that they're lining up on offense, and we didn't see it as much on this possession as we did on the last, but the quarterback kind of is lined up almost like how a 6-man quarterback is, where they do pitch it back. And
yes, sir.
It was actually kind of thing. I was like, I've seen this before, but it's been a while since I've been around the 6-man game, and yeah, like I said, a very interesting offense that Grape Creek runs.
Yeah, it's non-traditional for sure. Now, its plays are very traditional, like I was saying. Lead, that's lead, OZ. Those are very traditional plays. Everybody does them. It's interesting to see how these guys do them.
So Wall taking over the 45-yard line, 1st and 10, and Dillard's going to drop back to pass. He's got a man, but...
And that pass was intended for Landon Bills.
Yeah.
And
looked like for a second there.
He had him for a second, a little underthrown. If it was on the mark, he's probably getting about 5 more yards out of it. A little underthrown, gave the corner time to get up underneath it and deflected a little bit.
Randy Rodriguez coverage there for Grape Creek. Yeah, the corner there too. They say a lot of the time you got to turn your head and make a play on the ball, and he kind of just went after Beals. Dillard's going to keep it here on 2nd down.
He's just going to follow that mass of humanity that's in front of him and then make a cut off of it.
It was good for about 7, so we've got a 3rd down and 3 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds here left in the first quarter.
He did a good job of breaking inside off of Lee Brake and Boone Harris's block up on that backer. He's going to keep it again. It looks like the exact same play.
Oh, the stiff arm there too. Dillard will have the Oasis Crop Insurance first down and some. Wall on Grape Creek's 30 now. Let's take a look at the replay, yeah.
He fakes it right there to Guy because all they're doing, they're taking that one technique and they are just trying to cut the fullback every time. So he's just going to ride him, let him cut him, and then roll right off of his hip.
This time Pepper will take it. And that, like you said, I mean, that play really had at the beginning right away blown up, but he just fights for extra yardage.
He's a load to take down. He's a pretty thick young man, and he runs below his pads really well.
Yeah, this is my first Wall game this season, and last year he was something that was fun to watch every single game that I came out for. When he had the ball, he just made things happen. So I'm not surprised to see him doing it again this season. 2nd down and 6. Dillard will keep it, and he has a lane.
And he's got a score. He found that little bit of lane you were talking about, and he just fought his way in for a score right there.
Yeah, there was about 3 Eagles in the area and just made it happen. Running with a purpose. So I'll make it 12-0 Wall, and pending the Pat Saddle barbecue extra point, could have a 13-point game. Let's see how Luke Kemp does on this one.
Get your ribs up.
And got it.
Dip those babies in the sauce. It's time to eat a little bit of rib off of that.
Always exciting. Wall up 13-0 with just under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Let's talk about Pixelcast Media. Hey fans, did you know that Concho Sports Network is a Pixelcast Media brand? Yes, all of the content you see from Concho Sports Network, including these live broadcasts, is produced by San Angelo's own Pixelcast Media. There's no better way to get your story out to the world than with video, and no one in San Angelo does it quite like Pixelcast Media. So if you like to expand your brand in San Angelo and West Texas, give us a call at Pixelcast Media, 325-486-0300. Liked that drive from Wall there.
Oh, yeah, man. It was just right at you the whole time. Mixed with enough passes to keep you honest. And that is who they are. They're going to run the option. They're going to run the lead. And they're going to mix in just enough dropbacks and boots to make your secondary know that they can't just leave their assignments.
And the Shirts Landscape kickoff goes out of bounds. Or did they say that he touched it? Okay. For a second there, I saw the chain gain. They were staying over there and wasn't quite sure what they were doing. That means Grape Creek will get it at their own 30.
You know, the Hawks offense is predicated on creating numbers. And when I mean numbers, having more people on one side of the ball than the other. Kind of like how they use that slot back earlier to be the lead guy. That gave them one more guy on that side of the field than Grape Creek had. Looks like Grape Creek's going to move some linemen out here, almost like an old Crazy Eights formation, just to run a slip screen, and it's going to get
balls on the ground. That's a fumble, and it's going to be recovered by Chandler Wild, I think.
Yeah, Chandler Willie comes up with a ball, and that's going to be a Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Hawks.
Yeah, there's just so much going on. But as you can see, ball's out.
Yeah, you know, from coaching and being around the old crazy eights and swinging gates and all those things, if you're going to shift like that, you better shift now and get set now. That way that you get them outnumbered, which is what they were trying to do, and they kind of took a little while getting set, and it hurt.
Here, it's another touchdown for the Hawks. This time Briggs-Jones around.
Briggs-Jones does a great job. We'll see it on this replay here in a little bit of getting that edge and getting around one guy. Once he got around that one guy, things were set.
It's almost like there's a little confusion on the field, just the quick scoring here. But, yeah, a little misdirection.
And what set that up was Mickelwitz, which is their Mike linebacker, was lined up as a tight end right there. Now, he didn't get the hook block, but what he did was once that guy came upfield, he just drove him.
And Kemp is good for another Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point.
Dip those ribs.
20-0 with a minute 43 in the first quarter. So quick scoring by the Wall offense. One play, about 11 seconds on that drive.
Yes, sir. But that play was set up by Mickelwitz because he pancaked. You'll see it right here right at the edge of your screen. Just pancaked that defensive end and takes out the safety as well. That allows Briggs to have a little bit more room to outrun the corner.
That's why I like doing these games with the coach. Always breaking it down for everyone at home.
All about numbers, baby.
It is. So the Shirts landscape kickoff. See if Kemp sends this one deep like he did not on the last one, but the previous one.
Well, he's definitely got plenty of leg to do it.
And this time, sends it. He got some air under it, but it's going to go out of bounds. So Grape Creek will get on the 30 again.
I kind of wonder if they're working on maybe some pooch kicking with him and angling.
Yeah, because clearly, I mean, we saw it 2 kicks ago. He booted that thing all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're working on placing right now. But he gets a heck of a run. He's 12 yards? Almost like a punter, but he ain't kicking it on the 3rd step.
All right, so Grape Creek's offense has failed to get a first down tonight. See if they're able to get an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. You can see on the screen one of our lovely sponsors.
So they're going to go trips with a sniffer, which is really, I mean, it's a gun formation. It's a lot of people would call that. If the back was back with him, it'd be gun T, but that back is sitting as a sniffer, which actually gets him closer to the line of scrimmage for a kick out or a hook block, which is what he did right there, was hook blocked number 4. Or zone block, whatever you want to call it.
With the tackle there for the Hawks. Him and William Shear this season, if you didn't know, 97 total tackles for the Hawks defense. At least that's according to Max Preps. Second down this time. We've got Sir Garcia, and he is good for about a yard maybe, if back to the line of scrimmage maybe as well.
So it's going to bring up, what, 3rd and 7?
Yeah, 3rd and 7. A lot of maybes because it's kind of hard to see where the chain gang's at from our vantage point with the window. So
it's got that sweet LED down marker. That's kind of nice.
That.
I can see that. You know, I'm getting older. My eyes are failing. That's why I can't be an official.
Maybe that's what's throwing me off. We've got about 20 seconds here left in the first quarter, and likely this will be the last play.
Going to go trips to the boundary and throw the ball up. It's going to be caught.
Yeah,
looks like they may even say it was pass interference on Mason Snowden.
Braden Winans with the catch. And, let's see what the call is, though.
I think that's, from where it was thrown, that's what it would indicate to me is pass interference on Snowden right there.
Dude, Nathan Pepper came in there like a missile after the quarterback.
Yes, sir.
And I really don't know how he got the ball away. And you're right, it's a pass interference. So that'll be an automatic first down for the Eagles.
You know, this offense is kind of unique because when you start thinking about that sniffer, and I referred to this earlier, they're in a regular spread formation with trips a lot of times, doubles. Like that time it was trips to the boundary, going to the single over here to the field. But all you're using the blocks don't change for that sniffer block back, whether he was back there next to the quarterback or whether he's up a yard off the center. The blocks he's trying to do don't change. They're kickouts, they're zone blocks or hook blocks, whatever you want to call them. The difference is the angle changes. Like with an outside backer, he may not see that guy coming through the line of scrimmage because he's coming flat. So he really doesn't see that block coming. A lot of times you can kick out easier that way. So to me, what changes with this offense is angles.
They're moving it back. I'm kind of confused at what's going on.
Well, this ain't the NFL where it happened.
They declined the penalty.
Interesting.
So
that first down now goes to 3rd and 4, where it was 3rd and 7.
And it would have been an automatic first down.
Right.
I'm a little confused at the decision making there, but
it's not the NFL where it's a spot foul on PI, but here we go, 3rd and 4. It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a Wall fan, you're loving that. That'll do it for the first quarter here in Grape Creek. Wall is up 20-0 over Grape Creek. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley. With new, used, or refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices on Gap, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community today for your auto financing needs.
And Dakota Chavez. Our mascot tonight is Nari Adipasuri. And our manager is Aaron Wallace.
Dear St. Angelo, we know you have high expectations.
You value excellence, innovation, and hometown values.
You're built with tradition, yet open to new experiences.
You look at your glorious past and create a vision for the future.
You expect professional grade and settle for nothing less.
For all that and more, we are proud to say, San Angelo, you're our hometown.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley. That's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over.
So welcome back. This is a 3rd and 4th down play. Pass is a little wide for number 22, Gabe Santillon.
That's going to bring that 4th down. Yeah, that. I'm still kind of befuddled at what happened there at the end of the first quarter, but Grape Creek is going to punt it back to the Hawks to start off the second quarter in a 20-0 game.
Looks like that's maybe Briggs Jones standing back on the Hawks 41. Once again, now the Eagles do have the wind at their back, and all that pressure kind of had him shank that punt off the side of his foot, and Wall will take over at Grape Creek's 41.
Yeah, they brought the house there. I actually thought for a second if they were going to get in there and block the punt.
Yeah, I thought that punt was for sure blocked. And if any of them would have went sideways or laid out sideways, it probably would have been.
So Wall takes over in Grape Creek territory, as Coach said, taking over on the 41-yard line. Scored on one play on their last possession. Let's see. They go quick again.
It's going to be to Pepper as well. He breaks one tackle.
He's keeping the pile going. Eventually brought down on the 15-yard line. Nice run there on first down for the Oasis Crop Insurance first down.
Yeah, that was a 25-yard run right there for Nathan Pepper.
And all you do is just pitch it out to him and let him go. And
yeah, and that's a pretty good job by Landon Bills of staying locked on. Who is going to rumble down to about the 4 for another Crop Oasis Insurance first down. And we are solidly within the 5-yard line.
First and goal for the Hawks. Dillard is going to toss it out to Luke Kemp, and short.
He's going to get down to the 1-yard line, just a little bit short right there.
They're going to make it second down about 2.5.
It's close.
Yeah, there was quite a few Eagles sitting there waiting on him to turn that corner. So they went unbalanced here.
Nice.
They actually had 3 linemen and went right behind the tight end and the left tackle.
Yeah, that's going to be another Wall Hawk touchdown. Gunnar Dillard, QB keeper, make it 26-0 Hawks.
So now we see a new formation. While we're waiting on the Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point, they actually moved the guard over right there on that last play and ran right behind the 2-man surface, which one of them was the tight end, which is also their defensive end, Brylan White. So giving another team something else to look at.
And when you get up, Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point's good. 27-0.
Dip those ribs, baby.
10 minutes in the second quarter. I think this is when you have opportunities where obviously don't turn the ball over and allow a team to come back, but you're able to try some things out.
Absolutely. It's all about trying to put as much on film to make everybody else that you're going to have to play have to prepare for, because that takes time.
One of the things, too, that you've mentioned, or we mentioned it in the pregame show, a team like Jim Ned playing Mason. Coach Guy's been one that's always scheduled tough non-district games. And, some of their district or non-district games end up being harder than a lot of the district games that they end up playing. And now you give your team an opportunity to see if they stack up against really good competition, and then go back to the drawing board and kind of works the kinks out through district play.
Well, and it's something that I mentioned before the first game as Luke Kemp lines up for the Shirts landscape kickoff. He kicks it down to about the 2-yard line. But at the beginning of the year, before we played Eastland, that was something I talked about was the schedule. When you schedule tough opponents early, they have a really good way of exposing your weaknesses and exposing things that you better get fixed before district. Because really it doesn't matter what your preseason record is. everything matters right now.
100%.
You know, and Jim Ned and Mason, they were great games, and they exposed some stuff. Now what you start seeing is, what's the heart of the kid? Are they going to fix what they get called out on and what you've been exposed for? And that's what you hope happens with this team right here to get to where they're trying to get to.
So on first down, Grape Creek at their own 21. We get another one of those direct snaps to Chicade. I think he picked up about a yard on it.
He's a hard runner, man. I'll give Buddha that.
He's built like it. Time ticking away. 9 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Grape Creek facing a 2nd and 9 here. Come out in the trip set with 2 backs.
Garcia, and that will, that's Keelan
Oliver
in for the tackle.
It's a great job of just flying upfield right there, turning everything back in and getting a piece of the quarterback while he does it. He just dips right inside that down block by number 3, Randy Rodriguez, to create, what is that, a 4-yard loss?
Yeah,
5?
Yeah, 3rd and looking at about 13 here for Grape Creek. They still have not picked up a first down. Pass away from Viriel, and it is going to be almost intercepted. Mason Snowden almost coming down with that one.
Yeah, Mason did a good job, and I know some people may be wanting pass interference, but that's just good physical play right there. He goes up for the ball at the end. We might get part of it. He does a good job, pushes him inside, and then runs right up underneath him most of the play, and then just goes up for the ball himself. He became the receiver, and that usually as a DB, if you do that, you're probably not going to get called.
Punt is away. We've got
Once
a flag down, though.
Very close to being. It's going to hit at the 25 and roll back, and Grape Creek's going to jump on it at the 19.
Yes, they lost yardage. There is a flag down, though, so we'll see.
So that would, if it holds, would go down as a 2-yard punt.
2-yard loss.
They actually moved it forward, I think.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, it looked like they had a wall actually
It was
gained on that one.
Right, it was pretty close to being that, yes, sir. We'll see what this flag is. I would think maybe offsides, but it doesn't look like it from the Hawks standpoint.
Yeah, they're the way where the flag. So how the flag was thrown and penalties declined, it will be Hawk football. But the way it was thrown, it looked like potentially offsides.
Yeah, it almost
Just
looked like an
quickly,
illegal
like
formation. I think is what they called.
So Wall is going to take over on its 20, or on Grape Creek's 20-yard line, and Gunnar Dillard is going to have a short of a first down, but a good run on first down nonetheless.
Brought down by Angel Perez. They'll make it 2nd and about 2.
Yeah, this is one, like we were saying, we wanted to see them maintain blocks out on the peripheral. And that was Luke Holscher not maintaining a block right there. If he does, that may score right as well.
2nd down and 2 for the Hawks. This time it's going to be.
He's going to run that
handed
slot
off.
counter.
Yeah.
Barbie's working his way in. He's going to work his way all the way down to the 4, it looks like.
Barbie on a carry. Brought down by a couple of Grape Creek Eagles.
Pulling the guard, he immediately gets hit, and then the play side slot should be rolling the hole for the backside slot running a counter.
It's good for an Oasis Crop Insurance first down. Wall in striking distance on the 4-yard line. Second quarter here, 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in this one. It's going to go to Pepper, and Pepper will lower his shoulder, extend the arm. Looked like he got in, but I think they're going to say that he was short.
Yep, they're going to put it on the 6-inch line.
Kind of look on the replay here. It looks like he extended across, but
I think he probably was in. I don't think his knees hit until after the ball had crossed the white.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, they don't have replay there.
There is no instant replay in high school football.
And Dillard, while we're saying that, scores on another QB keeper to make it 33-0 Hawks.
Of course, I can't lie. There is instant replay, but it's only in the state championship game.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Which, I mean, I'd like to see it throughout playoffs.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Be a lot of.
You would take away a lot of the what ifs, and I think they blew that call and all those sentiments.
Pack Saddle extra point is up and good.
Dip those ribs, baby.
Making it 34-0 Hawks here in the second quarter. So while we've got a second, we want to thank some of our sponsors tonight's game, allowing us to bring you all Hawk football. First Community Federal Credit Union, our presenting sponsor, as well as Cody Lattimore Insurance Agency, Gandy Inc., DGI Technology, City Limits Bar and Grill, San Angelo to Go, and College Hills Bodega. Like I said, we couldn't bring these games to you without the support of our great sponsors. So we would appreciate it if everyone would go out and support our local businesses. This game also brought to you by Mitchell Automotive Group. Hey, Hawk fans, we want to remind you that if you're in the market for a new car or truck, to go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road and at Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. It's gotten a little dark in the booth, and aside from my already struggle on reading sometimes, it got a little harder as our Shirts Landscape kickoff is away. That was a good kick.
You know, you can't say it any better than what you said it. Guys, if you're sitting at home watching this live stream tonight and you're enjoying that live stream, I would strongly suggest you go out and support these sponsors, because they're the ones bringing it to you. They just allow all of us to do what we enjoy doing, either producing this game or getting to talk a little football. Everybody up in this booth tonight, they love football. So we're excited to be able to do this and bring it to you, and we thank these sponsors as well.
I don't think I could say it any better.
I mean, I had me a little pack saddle tonight. I ain't gonna lie.
I was talking a couple weeks ago, like, man, I got to drive home. Got San Angelo to go.
Yeah.
Pack Saddle Barbecue. Just get them to deliver some ribs out to the game before I leave.
See, he just gave y'all some suggestions at home. Get them to deliver some ribs to you.
We've got plenty of football left. So first down for Grape Creek. That was Viriel on the keeper. Pick up 4.
He does a really good job of dipping inside that out block to gain a little bit of yards right there.
Yeah.
Brylan White found himself a little far upfield. He was able to dip right underneath him.
So I know I just said we have plenty of football left, but with that being said, if you're Coach Guy, how long do you leave starters in when you're up 34-0 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter?
Well, definitely the first half. Now, what you'll probably start seeing him doing, and once again, that's a direct snap to Buddha Shakade for about another yard. You definitely keep them in the first half, and you spot people. And what I mean by that, you may put a player out there for 1 or 2 plays to give that guy who plays both ways a little bit of a breather, a little bit of a rest. But you won't see any mass substitutions probably until halfway through the third, maybe the third.
Yeah. I think that's.
I mean, the way I always did it, I never took the starters would start both halves.
Yeah, the cat kind of got my tongue on that one, but what I was going to say is, I think if you're trying to it's almost like when you're up this much, you said one, you give opponents opportunities to see other formations and kind of give them a opportunity to, or at least struggle to scout you. But two, I mean, it's almost like just an extended practice in some ways. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say practice, but.
Well, it gives you a chance to get really good at your base stuff. You know, who are you? That's going to be a block. He's going to pick it up. Somebody's going to pick it up and go into the score.
That's Trevor Wyatt who picked it up and took it in. There is a flag again, but.
You always like it when you see a big old tackle or lineman, either offense or defensive, get a chance to pick up a ball and go.
I think this one is on the Hawks, though, based on their reaction. But we will see.
Illegal motion
on the
against Grape Creek, so that touchdown's going to stand. So that's going to bring us to the pack saddle PAT. I know y'all just dipped your ribs and took a bite, but it's might as well. Hey, you can run tomorrow.
A lot of ribs.
You can work those babies off tomorrow.
Yeah, let's take a look here at the block.
Looked like that was 61 that blocked it.
That's Weston and
Scandalari blocked it.
I don't want to butcher the name.
And then Luke Kemp's extra point by Pack Saddle is no good. And that'll leave us at 40-0.
So last year's game, 68-0.
You know, but going back to your question, you know, when do you start? You can, like right there, he had subbed about 3 guys out on punt return. And if you go back tomorrow, some of you people that are watching this, and you're kind of wondering, I've noticed him change out 2 to 3 people on offense at a time. He's not going to make any wholesale changes, like I said, until probably halfway through the third, or at least after the first series. But you're going to start seeing 2 of these guys go in, or 3 of these guys go in, keeping some guys healthy and you know, getting good at what you do.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, football, that's a large part of the battle is playing the long game.
Ooh, way better. We had the light on to be able to read stuff, but it sure is easier to see the game when it's off.
Yeah, that's very true. So VRL trying to make a couple of Hawks miss.
And now we've got some extra action going on down here. These 2 had went at it before on the kickoff, and now number 7, Brady Stone, and I'm not sure who the Eagle was, maybe 89. I'm not really sure who he was rolling around on the ground with, but this one's going to draw a flag. And it could have been, I don't know who's going to get the flag, probably both ways if I had my guess.
Yeah, it looked like.
But an Eagle jumped in and kind of pushed Brady Stone off, so we'll see if it goes towards the Eagles for that or if it's a offsetting personal foul.
Grape Creek's moving back like it's.
You know, and if it goes against Grape Creek, it seems like it's always the second guy that gets caught.
It's true, actually.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time they just see something out of the corner of the eye, then they look over and the second guy does something, that's one that they see.
Yeah. So we'll move Grape Creek back.
Yep, sure enough, the second guy got caught. The home crowd's not liking it, but That seems to be kind of what happens at times, right?
Yeah. You're not the instigator.
Yeah, you're just, and he wasn't doing anything but trying to protect his brother out there. Of course, sometimes you got to let brother fight his own fight.
That's a good point. Grape Creek will take over on their own 9-yard line. We got 4 minutes here left in the second quarter. Should be a direct snap to Garcia. Garcia fights his way through. A couple Hawks. A gain of 3 here on first down.
Yeah, see, they've got a different corner up top than what they had earlier. Got a different outside backer as well. They're Mike. Sorry, not Mike, but Sam. They're strong backer. Jacob Braden.
Second down and 7. It's a direct snap to Buddha Chicade.
And he's going to get nowhere on that one to bring up 3rd and 6.
Wall's defense has not allowed any of the misdirection, the trickery to fool them tonight.
And that one right there, and that kind of helped Wall. It wasn't a clean catch by Buddha. He actually bobbled the snap, and it hit the ground. He picked it up, kind of put him behind the 8 ball a little bit there.
Like Coach said, 3rd and 6, 2 minutes and 30 seconds here left in the second quarter. Snap is to VRL, who will throw it, nearly intercepted. Run into double coverage there. Saw Briggs Jones get a hand on it. That will bring up 4th down for the Eagles.
Well, here comes the punt team again, or the punt team and punt return team. Once again, you see some people out there on punt return that I haven't seen all year for Wall. So, like I said, he's spotting some guys out there right now.
Oliver back on the Hawks 40. Hawks don't bring anyone this time. Punts away, and we'll get to the 30 where it is down. Wall will take over. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. Probably another opportunity, well, say probably, with the way that Wall has moved the ball so far here in the first half, another opportunity to add points before going into the half.
Right. So 30 yards to pay dirt in 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Definitely capable.
Capable. I'd love to know the metrics on that. What's the percentage? And who determines the percentage?
Are you going to make the algorithm for it?
No, I am not. I don't even know how. I don't even know how an algorithm works, man.
Dillard keeps it for a gain of about 3 yards. Yeah, every time I look at all of the college football algorithms that they have out there, SP Plus on ESPN and their football power index, and Dave Campbell's even has algorithms for how they put together their polls each week. I've always wondered what they do. I'm assuming strength of schedule's got to go into that.
It's got to.
On the ground. Who's got the ball is the question now. Looks like Wall comes up with it.
Like I said, this has been an issue. That's one thing that coming in you want to fix, and that is a Gunnar Dillard. He had it in his hands and just bobbles it.
Surprised. There were several Grape Creek defenders in there that could have grabbed that ball. Wall got really fortunate there.
He cannot have any more buttered biscuits on the sideline between offensive series.
Dillard's going to keep it here on 3rd down. And looks like he's good for the Oasis Crop Insurance first down. The 1:05 left here in the second quarter. Butter biscuits.
No more butter biscuits or schnitzel. Either way, they're both greasy, and at least give him a better napkin or one of the wet and wipes.
It's a 1st and 10, Wall in the red zone, and it's going to be another fumble.
Now I want y'all to understand something right here. When we watch this replay, I want the people at home to see what I just saw right there. When he turned to hand the ball's up almost by his chin strap, which is way too high to ever give a handoff, because all that's up by your face mask is pads and your mask. They're all hard to bounce off of. It's got to be in the soft part of your body, which is right below your shoulder pads in the gut. That one was a little high.
Set perfectly with 44 seconds left here in the second quarter. Yeah, you know that it's one of the things we mentioned, the turnovers being a big thing that Coach Guy was probably looking for his team to improve on here the first game of district. And so far, I mean, prior to that drive, had done a good job.
Yeah, they were really clean, really clean. Early in the year, I talked about, Wall moved from the 4-2-5 to the 3-3 stack. And when you do that, your angles are different. Your force guys are now outside backers instead of defensive ends, so the angles are different and the timing's different. And they were missing a lot of open field tackles. And a lot of that's because the angles were different. Now, usually what happens is as you go through the season, that fixes itself. And that's going to do it for the first half. And what I've seen over the last 5 weeks is it really has fixed itself.
And like Coach said, that will do it for the first half. 40-0 here in Grape Creek. Wall all over the Eagles. The first game of District 2 3A Division II action. We're going to take a quick break. Come back with a Pixel Media Cast halftime show. We'll recap some of the game and talk a little bit about some of the other games going on across the West Texas landscape. So stay with us. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
Established in 1927, Schertz Landscape Company is as well rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Since the beginning, our knowledgeable landscape professionals have been here to keep your yard thriving, rain or shine. At Schertz, we believe in keeping our nursery stocked with quality products that flourish in the conditions we live in. We call the Concho Valley home, and you can trust us to have the answers for your project, big or small. When quality counts, you can depend on Schertz.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
We're there with you at work and play. We're part of getting your kids where they need to be and where they want to go. It's a relationship that begins with a visit to Mitchell Toyota. A relationship that involves your whole family. We're a part of your life. We're Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road.
Are you looking for the perfect spot to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and catch all the football action? Look no further than City Limits. From sizzling hot wings to juicy burgers, our menu will satisfy all your cravings. Whether you're in the mood for craft beer, a signature cocktail, or a classic beverage, our talented bartenders can take care of you. Our friendly staff is here to ensure you have the best experience possible from the moment you walk in. So whether you're looking for a place to unwind after work, enjoy a night out with friends, or catch all the football action, City Limits is the place to be.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
Check.
Welcome to the Pixelcast Media halftime show. Wallhawk Band is actually out on the field right now, and we'll send it down to them. You guys can hear them, but for a second, we'll just kind of recap here. Wall up 40-0 over Grape Creek, and Coach, your thoughts on the first half overall?
Well, I think Wall was really solid until that last possession where they had that one turnover. But they stayed really clean, doing what they do, just a lot of leads and dive options, and which is who they are.
Yeah, we mentioned, and we've mentioned it on the broadcast, avoiding turnovers. The last drive had a turnover, which I'm sure Coach Guy's talking to them about right now in the locker room. But aside from that, offensively, defensively, sound game from Wall in their District 2-3A Division II opener. You've got some scores pulled up from across the area. Anything to highlight?
Let's look at just this district first. Early is leading Ballinger right now 20-0. And then Brady is up on TLCA right now 8-0, and that's in Brady. Those two are going to be pretty big because if you're the outside looking in, it's Wall, TLCA, Brady, and Early are kind of the favorites to get those 4 spots. But where do they land? And with TLC and Brady being a game tonight, kind of a big deal. Last night, San Angelo Central lost to Midland High 45-27. It's been a while since that's happened.
I was going to say, Coach Thad Fortune's really done a good job with my alma mater, by the way, Midland High Bulldogs.
Is it really?
Yes. Graduate actually coming up on our 10-year reunion is crazy.
You're getting old, man.
I know, I am.
The crosstown rivals, Midland Legacy, has got their hands full with Wolford Friendship. That one's knotted up 28-all right now with about 2 minutes left in the half. We can get back to some of these in a little bit. We'll let those people that are live streaming tonight watch this Wallhawk Band because they are really, really good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the 2023-2024 Grape Creek Screaming Eagle Band. The band is under the field command of Kara Gates. The band's selections this year are entitled Ladies of the 80s. Turnabout left, turnabout left. Ready and close.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley. With new, used, or refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices on Gap, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community today for your auto financing needs.
Dear San Angelo, we know you have high expectations.
You value excellence, innovation, and hometown values.
You're built with tradition, yet open to new experiences.
You look at your glorious past and create a vision for the future.
You expect professional grade and settle for nothing less.
For all that and more, we are proud to say, San Angelo, you're our hometown.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
Welcome back to high school football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Halftime's nearly over. Wall is up 40-0 over the Grape Creek Eagles in this 2-3A Division II district opening game. In the first half, Wall controlled the game in every aspect, offensively, defensively. Grape Creek did not have a first down in the first half and has, aside from one turnover by the Wall offense in the first half, it's been pretty much a spotless performance here.
Exactly. Wall has pretty much done everything that they wanted to do. The only blemish that they had was those two bobbled snap and then that bobbled exchange between the quarterback and running back.
Shirts landscape kickoff there to Thomas Llanos.
And he's going to keep going right here. He bounces off of one. We'll see if he can stay on his feet, but he's going to get really far to the 26 of Grape Creek.
Llanos there. Starting things off with a bang here in the second half.
He's going to minimize that field that Wall has to go from the get-go. Gets him all the way down to the 26-yard line. You know, see, and Grape Creek had him back on about the 35 of Wall, and he just kind of bounced off and kept going.
Nathan Pepper in at quarterback. See if he keeps it. He pitches it outside.
Pitches it to Briggs Jones.
And he fights for extra yardage. He'll have a Oasis Crop Insurance first down.
Interesting to see him come back with Nathan Pepper under center.
You mentioned that he's played pretty much just all along the field so far, or at least skill position-wise on offense this season.
Right, you know, and they used him at quarterback a little bit last year, especially early on when they were looking for a quarterback. That's going to be Briggs Jones with the block, and that's going to be Nathan Pepper rumbling it in for another Wall Hawk score.
I think, yeah, give the credit there to Briggs Jones, sealing the final block there for Pepper to spin out of the tackle and get in to make it.
The Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point, so get your ribs ready. I know we've had a few ribs already tonight and a whole lot of yummy barbecue sauce all over our beards, but so ladies out there, don't worry about getting them on your beard because you don't have one, but guys, it's okay, you got napkins.
Kim's extra point attempt is up and no good.
It looks like it was wide left, but barely. He's got plenty of leg underneath that kick.
He drilled it.
I thought it went in from up here, but it must have been just wide left.
Let's take a look, though. That was the touchdown run.
The other one that does a really good job there is number 4, Matthew Steen, with that block on the edge, and then Briggs Jones just comes around and creates that lead block, that last block that he needed to get in the end zone.
We certainly know Pepper is capable of running the ball, so in this offense, that's taking care of the football and being able to run with it is 1 and 2.
Yes. No, that's number 1 and number 2.
Making reads, but I mean,
well, you've got to be able to control the ball, 1, and not turn it over.
Schertz Landscape kickoff is off from Allen. This one goes the end zone for a touchback.
That's a pretty impressive kick. It hits on the goal, and I'm not sure he was trying to do that, but it sure ended up pretty. He hits the goal line. It takes 1 hop and kind of spins back and stops. I've tried to do that with my golf ball, when I'm approaching, but my wedge just doesn't work like my mind's telling it to. Absolutely.
I always send those screaming line drives right over the green, so don't feel like you're alone on that one.
See, I show up to the golf course and people think I'm a construction worker. No, I just need my hard hat.
First down for Grape Creek. A little misdirection, end around, whatever you want to call it. It's to Jaden VRL. He's brought down for a no gain for bringing up second down.
Yeah, it looked like it just a little counter out here with Villarreal. Let's see if they pull anybody here. Yeah, they're using their up back and their regular back to do it. Different way to run a counter. Most people don't use their backs for the counter, but
yeah, I've said it already, beating the dead horse with just how interesting it is to watch Grape Creek's offense.
That's just going to be an OZ, the quarterback's direct snap, old school sweep, where you're using this slot over here to be the lead black, or the not the slot, but that sniffer back, that up back to be your contain or hook guy.
It's probably the only time Wall will see this, I would think, the remainder of the season. I can't think of any other teams that are going to run a creative offense like this.
Yeah, no, I can't think of anybody that right offhand that we would see down the road that runs something like this.
And if anything, it keeps you keeps you on your feet as VRL is going to scramble and take it for a first down. Wastes crop insurance first down. He's brought down for about the 41-yard line.
He's really wanting to throw to one of these slots right here. Looks like they're running a mesh, and he got a little bit of pressure.
So the first and down for the Hawks, or for the Eagles. 2 birds.
2 birds. 1 stone. Football. Both of them want it. So we go trips with this little up back. And it holds true with this offense, though. The up back is going to take you to the ball every time. I've yet to see him not take you to where the ball is going tonight. And most people that have a up back like that, or a sniffer, whatever you want to call them, the sniffer 90% of the time usually takes you to where the play's going. So
the defensive coordinator hat.
From a lot of years being in an office, yes, sir. We faced a lot of offenses that had a sniffer back, and probably 90% he took you to the play, which is a nice little stat for your linebackers.
Throw by VRL.
And that's going to be Rutledge right there coming up and breaking that pass up. He triggered on that ball and did a phenomenal job of coming up and making contact at the exact moment that the ball was getting there.
Yeah,
Boom.
Intended for Colton Ramsey.
Yeah, no, that's a heck of a job, you know, and all he got was a hand inside of his face for it, but he'll take it. That's a pass deflection. That's a stat.
So 3rd down and 7 for the Eagles. Got 8-11 here in the second quarter.
And here we go with the swinging gate. A little trickeration.
Bureau steps all the way back there. No one to block for him. Who got back there to deflect that ball?
It looked like
that's Garrett Guy, I think. No. Was it? Yeah, it was Garrett Guy.
Garrett Guy. That's going to bring up 4th and 7. For the old Eagles. Looks like they're going to punt it away. Ball sends nobody back. They're just going to let them go down and cover it, guys. That's why they're doing it. They don't care where the ball lands. You know, if people talk about the score like society wants to do.
Yeah.
That's the little stuff most people don't talk about. They didn't even rush the punter right there. They laid back and just let it happen, and they'll get their offense ready and try to march down the field.
I mean, a 46-0 game. Yeah.
Right.
That's what you do.
That's a classy thing to do. But that's the stuff nobody ever wants to talk about in games like this.
Yeah.
We will see
Pepper back in.
Pepper back here at quarterback. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Wall takes over on their own 21-yard line, or 22-yard line, excuse me, with 7 minutes and 54 seconds here left in the 3rd quarter. See what Pepper and the Hawks offense do. The pitch out to Barbie.
And that may go distance.
Yeah,
it will.
he's
There's
gone.
nobody catching him.
And look at the speed. Just blazing there.
If it stands, that's going to be about a 74-yard run.
Yeah, I don't see any. Oh, I do see the flag.
Yeah, I see one over here. I think that's going to be a sideline warning where it's thrown, because it's thrown 1.5 foot off the field away from the play. But Wall seems to be marching back, so maybe the guy threw the flag from 60 yards away. I mean, literally, it's sitting, guys, it's sitting at the 48-yard line, a 1.5 yards off of Grape Creek sideline.
Sure. Yeah, I was completely away from the play. I'm still okay. I think the touchdown stands. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sideline warning.
That makes sense. That's a good just observation. Like you said, it was completely away from the play. So Hagen Barbie, the long touchdown to make it 52-0, and the Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point upcoming for the Hawks.
We're going to get to dip those ribs this time. It's happening, baby, so get them ready. Everybody's getting in position. The officials are getting up underneath the goalpost. He has made his call, and that it was declined, and let's play ball.
Snap is down. Kick is up.
It sure looked like it was good that time.
Good, yeah.
And it is. Dip them down. Get some of all that juicy goodness of that sauce.
53-0 Wall over Great Creek, 7 minutes and 41 seconds. We'll check out the run here by Barbie.
Once again, that's a tremendous block by Beals up top. You just kind of saw the edge of it. And then it was just Barbie outrunning everybody along the side.
Well, we've got a second. We'll talk about Pixelcast Media. Did you know that Concho Sports Network is a Pixelcast Media brand? All the content you see from these broadcasts is produced by San Angelo's own Pixelcast Media. There's no better way to get your story out to the world than with video, and no one in San Angelo does it quite like Pixel MediaCast. So if you'd like to expand your brand in San Angelo and West Texas, give us a call at Pixel MediaCast, phone number 325-486-0300.
All right, so the Shirts Landscape kickoff. Kemp has got it teed up, ready to go. Another solid kick. It should land around the 3 or 4, sure enough, and goes out the back of the end zone.
And talking about kickoffs, but that's the third one in a row that he's kind of sent that direction of the field, and it seems like he's getting pretty consistent where he's wanting to hit those.
It would tell me, he's a right-footed kicker. It would tell me that he's pulling a little bit with that right foot to go left like he is. But I'm sure he'll be able to fix that the more he kicks. He'll be more aware of what's creating that directional. Of course, you don't ever want to kick down the middle of the field anyway.
Yeah.
So you kind of want him to do that.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Virel under center. He's pressured. There's a flag, and he'll just throw it away. I think they're going to call a hold there on Grape Creek. That's what it is. So moving back, Coach Guy will decline the penalty, so that will bring up 2nd down and 10. It's kind of like you said, Coach, where just work on your game. No point in running up the score, and
right, and
just being respectful of your opponent.
Right, and that's another thing that a lot of people will. I know people have to write stories, but that's the stuff when they're writing stories about games that are one-sided. That's the stuff you got to take into consideration too. He declined that penalty. It could be 1st and 20, but he declined it to break 2nd and 10, which is now he's going to gain 3 yards on that.
Siri Garcia to carry for the Eagles.
I guess my point is I think sometimes we get carried away with what we think without knowing the whole story.
I think that's 100% true. I wouldn't agree.
I mean, I've found myself guilty of that at times too.
I think everyone is. Especially,
until you start telling yourself that, I don't know all of this.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
You see a score, and that's all you see. And without knowing, like you said, watching the game or hearing anything about it, you can just get the wrong ideas. Garcia will keep it for a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Eagles.
On this replay, the one that turns it in right here is number 11. You see him, he holds his block. Now, he gets driven for a long way, but at that point, he's already done his job. He turned it into the backers, which is exactly what you want to do.
Bringing 2 guys over to block him, too.
Luke Holscher actually did his job right there, even though he was smoked out to the sideline. No relation. No relation at all.
Punt's away. This one's going to roll, eventually stopping the 26, where Wall will take over.
But, yes, that was my son that just got taken to the sideline. But he actually did his job and turned it in to the backers. He got low, got his shoulder pad level the way you want it to, and kept outside containment before he was taken to the sideline.
We got 5 minutes and 54 seconds here in the third quarter. Let's see, Wall's bringing in at quarterback again.
But, you know, that goes back to something I've always said. You know, this is a violent game. It's a physical game. But it doesn't always have to be a violent tackle or a violent hit to get the job done.
Yeah, just
sometimes blocking just get in their way. We got to stop and go up top to Bills, and he's going to catch it around the Eagles' 44-yard line.
Nice little throw there by Nathan Pepper.
Pepper showing his wing a little bit here. 1, 2, 3. Stop and click. Just a 3-step drop. Click it and let it go.
Wall in Grape Creek territory now. 44-yard line, 1st and 10. And Pepper will hand the ball off to Garrett Guy, and it's a fumble. And Grape Creek will take over.
We'll see on the replay what's going on with this one. It was right in his belly. He had it, and I want to say 20 just got his arm in there and just popped it out, which is Chris Duran for the Eagles got his hand in there and just popped that bad boy out. Grape Creek was all there to jump on it and take possession at their own 37.
It's a second turnover tonight forced by the Eagles defense.
Well, this one was forced.
Really
the
forced,
first one was not forced.
You can say forced. Second turnover by Wall.
Yes.
First forced. The first one botched snap in the end of the second quarter by Dillard.
Now it's Scandalari right there on the tackle. Now the defensive ends for Wall are staying out there, but pretty much everybody else out there on defense is a rotational player. But, you know, and that I say that because a lot of times they rotate their defenses a lot anyway. Looks like they're going to send out 2 linemen here. Don't really need to send just a whole lot of people with them.
No one's there for the snap. Fortunately for Grape Creek, that's Duran jumping on the ball.
But that's going to be a pretty severe loss of about 14 yards.
Just confusion.
Yeah, you kind of the person you're snapping it to can't run off like that for sure. Definitely confusion on what the play call was.
So a third down and very long. Looks like about, say, 22 yards for Grape Creek. Got just under 4 minutes here left in the third quarter. Viriel will throw one deep. He's got a man over the middle, and bringing it down is number 4, Angel Perez. That's the biggest play by Grape Creek all evening.
And he's throwing the first down sign up, and this crowd has woken up, baby. That is Briggs Jones on the coverage, and he had pretty good coverage. That's just a great catch by the Eagles.
And Oasis Crop Insurance first down. We're Grape Creek, and they think is this the first time they've been in Wall territory all night?
I think so.
Ball's on the 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Viriel will get the snap. It's low. He's going to try to make some guys miss, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's Logan. Chandler Wilde that wrapped him up right there. Brylan White kind of flushed him out, but Chandler Wilde was the one that gets the sack. He lost a yard.
I think in my, I always like to put together a little bit of notes for games, but I really said Brylan White's name a whole lot tonight, and it's not necessarily because he's doing anything wrong.
Actually, I was wrong. That was Logan Thomas. Chandler Wilde was trying to catch up with him. Brylan White and Logan Thomas, they have been wreaking havoc on everybody all year long.
That was exactly what I was about to say. It's just the ability for him to get in the backfield, and along with Thomas, statistically,
right?
Just White, in general. I mean, just throwing off stats, just because at this point. But 7 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, 8 quarterback hurries coming into the game. I'm sure those numbers, positive those numbers will only get larger as the season goes on.
Right.
So 3rd down and 7 for Grape Creek.
Looked like Hayden Garcia and Chandler Wilde were in on that last tackle along with Kellen Oliver. They have since rotated Scandalari in for Oliver, and now Matthew Steen will come in for Hayden Garcia.
Folks, we got a timeout on the field.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we will take a timeout up here. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
Established in 1927, Schertz Landscape Company is as well rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Since the beginning, our knowledgeable landscape professionals have been here to keep your yard thriving, rain or shine. At Schertz, we believe in keeping our nursery stocked with quality products that flourish in the conditions we live in. We call the Concho Valley home, and you can trust us to have the answers for your project, big or small. When quality counts, you can depend on Schertz.
First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa is a giant of a credit card. With great low rates, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and even a rewards option, First Community's Platinum Visa is the card for you. With security as a high priority, you can lock your card in case it's lost, stolen, or just to limit its use. So be smart, bank smart with First Community Federal Credit Union's Platinum Visa.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. It's 3rd down for the Grape Creek Eagles here
now
in the 3rd
center
quarter.
is eligible. I want people to understand that. Ooh. And everything gets blown up there.
I think that's going to be a
that's Brylan White. I think he's going to score here. If he can hold off one, he better run hard, bud.
Yeah.
They're going, I mean, it is an incomplete pass. He never had possession of it, but it sure was fun to act like it was a fumble.
Hey, if you don't hear the whistle.
Exactly.
I didn't hear the whistle, but I've also got a headset on. So
I mean, that's just a big boy wanting to score, man. Leave the guy alone.
Big man touchdowns are the best touchdowns.
So they went swinging gate, and Thomas blows up the slip screen off the swinging gate, which it was an incomplete pass. But let the young man have some fun. Reminds me of the Little Giants. I'm going to score a touchdown. I'm going to score a touchdown.
No one talks about that movie.
Man, that's one of the greatest movies ever, right?
Yeah, now for football movies out there, it gets underlooked.
I tell you what, with all these swinging gates and crazy eights, we may see the annexation of Puerto Rico.
All right, so it looks like Grape Creek will keep the offense out on the field here for 4th down and 7. VRL will drop back to throw. He's pressured, gets out of the mess, but eventually.
That was Jacob Braden that comes up from his outside backer spot. He was out in the flats and just came up and finally finished him off. Brylan White made a mistake of getting caught inside. You'll see that. He gets around, but then he dips in right there and kind of gets caught inside. Number 20 does a real good job of logging him or getting to his outside shoulder and allowing the quarterback to get around.
So Wall will take over on Grape Creek's 49 with 59.5 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
So we still have the 4th quarter to see the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Pepper's going to eventually, that's going to be a pitch out to Matthew Steen. And Steen, he brought down by a host of Eagles tacklers. I think he might have gained a half yard. kind of turning a broken play into a little bit of a game.
Yes, sir. We'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Hawks.
Don't mind seeing Pepper. I mean, they won't throw it in, but it'd be interesting. I did find that.
Once again, you see that guard over set right there, tackle over. One of the two is jumping over.
Third down and about 4, and we're going to have the end of the quarter.
It's a tackle over. They're taking the right tackle and moving him over to the other side, looking like a tight end.
So that's going to do it for the third quarter here in Grape Creek. It's 53-0 Wall. We'll take a break. You're watching Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
We're there with you at work and play. We're part of getting your kids where they need to be and where they want to go. It's a relationship that begins with a visit to Mitchell Toyota. A relationship that involves your whole family. We're a part of your life. We're Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road.
Are you looking for the perfect spot to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and catch all the football action? Look no further than City Limits. From sizzling hot wings to juicy burgers, our menu will satisfy all your cravings. Whether you're in the mood for craft beer, a signature cocktail, or a classic beverage, our talented bartenders can take care of you. Our friendly staff is here to ensure you have the best experience possible from the moment you walk in. So whether you're looking for a place to unwind after work, enjoy a night out with friends, or catch all of the football action, City Limits is the place to be.
Welcome back to Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union. Wall, third down. Matthew Steen is stopped on the line of scrimmage. Bring up fourth down for the Hawks.
And that's going to be, what, a 4th and 5 right here for Wall.
What made you want to be a teacher?
And a motion is Steen. It's going to be pitched out to him, and he's
got enough for the first down for sure. Going to rumble all the way up to the 30.
Oasis Crop Oasis Crop Insurance first down, and combined sponsors at this point, but he's good for the first down, like you said, and brought down the 31. This time, well, Pepper keeps it. Pepper won't go down, and he's going to turn this into a touchdown for the Wall Hawks.
Touchdown, my bad.
It'll make it 59-0. Thought Pepper was stopped there in the backfield and just turned it upfield.
So as we wait for this Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point, obviously, hopefully you got some ribs left that you can get those things up. I'm sure you do. I know you bought at least 2 pounds of them, so I mean, if you're going to go to get some barbecue, that's what you do, right? Just get a bunch, that way you got some for the week.
Exactly.
I mean, if y'all like me, one meal of barbecue is not enough. You better have some for the week.
Yeah, if you're going to buy it big.
Absolutely. So dip those bad boys in. That one's good.
60-0 here in the fourth quarter, 10 minutes and 41 seconds.
I guess it wasn't good.
Oh, I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
Pepper does a great job. Here it is on that replay. Does a really good job. And you get some blocks downfield, especially starting off at the beginning of people sticking with blocks to give him a chance to score. Here's some scores going on in the district. A big one right now is over in Brady, Texas, where they are beating TLCA 32-0 with 11 in the fourth. So they have tacked on what would that be?
24 unanswered.
24 unanswered points. Yeah,
they had 8 up at halftime and then pulled away. And you've mentioned how big of a game that was, just for kind of the jockeying of where people will be in this district.
Well, seeding makes a big difference and a big deal when you start getting into the playoffs, who you're going to face that first round. So for them that's a big game for them, because that sits them in the driver's seat of possibly not being number 4, playing the other district's number 1 team.
Randy Rodriguez will take the Schertz landscape kickoff to about the 10-yard line, with Grape Creek will take over. Yeah, seeding, obviously it's important, but especially with where you get further, I'm not just in the first round. I mean,
yeah,
it's further along when it becomes more and more important. We've got 10 minutes and 33 seconds here left in the fourth.
The other game out of this district that's going on right now is Early's up 27-0 on Ballinger,
which I think was expected to some degree.
I think so. I think it was expected to some degree. Ballinger's had a tough year so far. Before they had that week off, Mason came in and beat them 69-0. So right now they're holding Early pretty good. I mean, I guess comparatively.
Yeah, I mean, Mason's no slouch. So.
Yeah, Mason's a really good, like I said earlier, they're a really good, really physical football team.
So second down and 10 for the Eagles. Direct snap to Garcia, and they brought down, tackle there is made by Zach Romfeld. Did I say that right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Look at me learning people's names. It's good for about 4 yards, so we'll have a 3rd and 6. So just based off of kind of your perspective, and I know we haven't, it's first week of district, but
I get the feeling you're going to put me on the spot.
I am going to put you on the spot, but looking at what Brady's doing right now, and then looking what Early's done or doing, and then kind of going off their non-district schedule.
If I was to place people right now, I guess that's where you're going?
Yes.
Hey, I'll throw it out there. I think Wall 1, Brady 2, TLCA 3, and Early 4. And that 3 and 4 could easily switch. But right now, Brady, they played a lot of really good teams close. So I knew there was something more in Brady. It does not surprise me that they're doing that right now in Brady. I know everybody wants to look at that Christoval game because Christoval's kind of down a little bit this year.
That was a good game.
Where Christoval beat Brady, but Brady has played too many really good teams really close.
So on 4th down, excuse me.
And they played Wall really good at home last year, so they're a little scary, to be honest with you. As they start winning and start getting some confidence, who could they be?
They've got size. I was there for that Christoval Brady game, and they had it. Brady had a chance to win the game, and I think the call could have gone either way. Brady had an opportunity to score on the final seconds of the game. Brought down on the 1-yard line. Fumble goes Christoval's way, and
going back to that instant replay thing, right?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where we don't have it, so you got to go off the quick split decision that you see. Is Grape Creek on 1st down loses about 5.
That Oasis Crop Insurance first down play right there did not go how they wanted to. 2nd and 15 with 7:30 left in the game. You know, I didn't mention this coming out of halftime, but both bands, they were phenomenal tonight. I mean, just phenomenal. Not huge, but man, those kids can play, and they can throw a wall of music at you. I know Wall's band is performing tomorrow at San Angelo Stadium. I would assume Grape Creek's is as well. If you want to see them again in the daylight with the light shining off the instruments and off the plumes or whatever they got on their head that day, Wall, I know, is performing at 4:45 tomorrow at San Angelo Stadium, their band. And from what I saw earlier, they were really, really good.
Yeah.
And Grape Creek was playing some fun music.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the kind of music I like.
So here we go with the 3rd and 17-yard, 18-yard down.
It's going to be a snap to, it looks like 15. That is Zane Durham. He will have a gain of 2 to bring up 4th and about 12.
So here goes our 4th down.
I think they're going to punt.
Looks like 9 is going back to punt for sure. And Wall's going to get up within 5 yards, and do not go back and cover it. Because if you touch the ball hits you, you probably get yanked and never play again.
To put it bluntly.
Sorry.
It's the truth, though. Probably.
I mean, that's probably what they're telling them. You do not retreat one bit, because if you get hit by the ball, you will never be on punt return again.
5 minutes and 45 seconds left in this one.
I may have said that a few times in my life.
Yeah, spoken from a man with experience.
Yeah, when I was at Central, that's what I was in charge of, was punt return. So, yeah.
What was y'all's word for get away from the ball? I've heard, we had Peter. Snake.
Well, you got to understand, I hate snakes. I mean,
I like it.
Nothing gives me the heebie-jeebies like a snake.
That's Thomas Lianos for the Hawks.
He's
going to have Oasis Crop Insurance and more.
Yeah, he's going to get all the way down to the 18-yard line. Let's see who made the really, really good block out there. That out block by Garen Wiggins, number 5, was kind of the one that allowed him to cut up underneath. But yeah, I don't have phobias. I'm not really scared of anything but snakes.
I'm right there with you.
So I guess if anybody really wanted to give me heart palpitations or stop my heart for a little bit, they'd put a snake in my room.
Will Shear is going to score another Hawk touchdown, breaking off several tackles there.
And this is a guy that has played fullback in the past, but hasn't really played fullback all year long. In fact, that may be the first carry for him for the year that he goes house. While we wait for the Pack Saddle Barbecue extra point. I've said it already. Hopefully you got those things up in the air, ready to dunk them.
I think we're going to get a dunk on this one.
Yes. Everybody needs some barbecue here. Some barbecue sauce. I mean, you can't just have the ribs. You got to have some sauce with it too. Get all that up in your beard. And
make a mess.
Yeah, you gotta use a napkin after you're done, man.
The extra point attempt is up and
it's good. Dunk those bad boys down. Get you some of that goodness.
So that will make it 67-0 Wall. Last year scored 68-0, so we're about the same ballpark.
So here we are with that score. Once again, this is his first touch of the year, and it's just a straight dive. It's just a give. And he finds a little slip in the defense, and then avoids one tackle, and then just runs on in. And he's a thick kid.
Yeah.
He's a very thick kid. I mean, he's one of their linebackers, so that kind of goes with the territory.
Well, before we get to the shirts landscape kickoff, Hawks fans, we want to remind you that if you're in the market for a new car or truck, go see the folks at Mitchell Automotive Group. That's Mitchell Toyota on Knickerbocker Road or Mitchell Buick GMC on Sherwood Way. The Hawks, the Shirts Landscape kickoff with 5 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in this one.
That one's going to get down to about the 10.
It was fair. Well, the signal was waved for a fair catch. Bounces off the return man and ends up on the 17. That was a good kick.
What's the ratio in the class?
26. Have a Hawk that's a little banged up. He's coming off on his own accord, but he's holding his arm. Trying to get a number. It looked like 26.
Mason Ruthledge.
Now, I'm not sure on that number by any means. It could have been 28, which would have been Ethan Quinney, I do believe. No, I think Quinney's out there at safety right now, so that'd have to be Mason Rutledge. Hope that young man's all right. I know he was holding his arm coming off.
Yeah, you just want to.
Yeah, this is one of those.
No injuries. And
yeah, both
get
teams. Nobody wants to see injuries. At the end of the day, it's still just a game.
Grape Creek, ball on their own 10 here. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. VRL with the snap. And he'll have a gain of 1.
Now you got Walls Band cranking up with Barry Manilow's song, right?
That's Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. No,
That's
Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond, my bad. I'm sorry. Sorry, Barry. Sorry, Neil. Little Sweet Caroline, I mean, who doesn't love that, you know?
That's a
whether it's at a football game or a piano bar,
song.
right?
Yeah. I think anytime you hear that.
Or just sitting on your couch in your living room with the old record, like a true record where you get the little clicking sounds, you know? I'm dating myself.
Well, hey, the 28-year-old has a record player and loves doing that as here on second down. That's
that's Luke Holscher on the tackle.
Hey.
He dipped inside the safety on that one. We'll see that on the replay probably. You'll see it's just a zone. They pull the tackle, and Holscher is waiting for that cutback and just wraps him up. But
that's an
after
insurance first
down. Good. So he needed to do that maybe a couple yards further up the field.
We've got 3:30 left in this one. Ball on the 20-yard line. It's going to go to BRL again.
That's going to be
that's Brady Stone, I think.
Number 7, that's Brady Stone on it, but Holscher comes in and kind of cleans it up. Brady has first contact right there. He's holding on. Then you see Holscher just come in and cut his legs out from underneath him. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 1 with 2:50 and counting on the clock. So with 2:20 and counting, that's going to bring up a Oasis Crop Insurance first down for the Grape Creek Eagles. And they are letting this clock run as much as they can.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said.
I mean, they've got the play. They're just hanging out in there.
get out without any injuries.
Sure.
Fight to see another week.
Exactly. It's going to be just a sweep this way.
Tackled by his own guy, but Colton Rumsey.
Looked like Rumfeld might have been there to push him out.
Gain of 3.
Jacob Braden, you see him keep outside right there and just misses him. And Rumfeld was over there as well to kind of help direct him out of bounds.
Clock starts to move again. We're getting close to the 1 minute mark.
First time ever coming out here.
With the way things are going, probably we'll see 2 to 3 more plays.
Yeah.
The Wall will move 1-0 in district play. But a false start on the Eagles.
Well, you know, after the first of the year, the most important game is the first game, well, the next one. But once you get into district, you've got to start 1-0. It sure makes preparing for the next one that much easier, knowing that you're on the positive side of the district.
So with 54 seconds left, Grape Creek on their own 31-yard line, 2nd and 15. Play call is in. Seen a lot of snaps here go to Rumsey. He'll this time hand it off to Angel Perez. Perez making some guys miss. I think Holscher got in there for the tackle on that one, Coach.
He was
Take a look
definitely
at the
around
replay.
it. Once again, Jacob Braden does a really good job of keeping outside contain. He just misses right there. Yeah, Holscher was the one that tripped him up right there.
So this will more than likely be the final play. 10 seconds. Burrells picks up the low snap. And the tackle there by Carter Aldridge will
Finish
end this
the game
one
out. This game is in the books. Wall will start off 1-0 in district, and Grape Creek will go to 0-1 in district.
We will take a break. Back to wrap everything up. You're watching Wallhawk football on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Federal Credit Union.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
Check out why First Community Federal Credit Union is the #1 local auto lender in the Concho Valley. With new, used, or refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices on Gap, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. So be smart, bank smart, and contact First Community today for your auto financing needs.
Welcome to the Pixelcast Media Post-Game Show here on Concho Sports Network, presented by First Community Credit Union. The Wall Hawks taking down Grape Creek tonight, 67-0. Wall moves to 1-0 in their district opener. Grape Creek falls to 0-1. And Coach, you got a couple other scores from around the district.
Yeah, right now, if the scores hold true, Brady is up 38-6 over TLCA, so they had started out 1-0, which is a big one. And then Early right now is up 35-0 with 11:50 left in the fourth. If that holds true, the three I was talking about would all start 1-0. Next week, I know Wall has Ballinger. To try to keep their district going, TLCA will Grape Creek will have TLCA. That will leave Early and Brady mixing it up over in Early at Longhorn Stadium. So a big part of the picture gets cleared up for Brady week 1 and 2 in district, with Wall still having to play all of those guys.
Yeah, to end the year.
Yeah.
Which, that I think if you've got the harder end of the schedule upcoming, but regardless, you start the season out 1-0. For the most part, Wall took care of business tonight. They did what they needed to do and picked up a win to get things going in the right direction.
And kind of showed their identity again. They went back to just being a flex team and looked good doing it.
Yeah, aside from the 2 turnovers,
right?
You could really say that it was pretty much an all-around flaw. Every coach will find things to nitpick at,
sure,
but a pretty solid performance all around from Wall in this one. Before we wrap things up, any final thoughts, Coach?
No, man, this is a good win for the Hawks. It looked like everybody came out healthy. The only one I'm unsure is the one that went off late. And that's what they wanted to do tonight. They wanted to come in, reestablish who they were, and come out healthy.
Well, that is going to do it. Before we go, we want to thank all of our sponsors that give us the opportunity to bring you guys football on Friday nights. Again, tomorrow, the Wall Band will be performing at 4:45 at San Angelo Stadium. Again, thanking the sponsors first. Mitchell, I'm going to get that right. Automotive Group, Shirts Landscape Company, Oasis Crop Insurance, Financial Services Center, Cody Lattimore Insurance Agency, Gandy Inc., VGI Technology, San Angelo To Go, College Hills Bodega, City Limits Bar and Grill, and we also want to thank both teams for allowing us to broadcast the games and all of you fans who tune in each and every week to watch us. And also, the local guys, we want to remind you, if you've been seeing this hat around town that we have on screen, it is from the local guys. They're selling them at the College Hills Bodega to help them with College Hills businesses with the road construction over there. So go by and pick one up and support our local businesses. Well, that's going to do it for us here in Grape Creek. Again, Wall winning tonight 67-0. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.